So finally I've managed to get this little circuit, the circuit into this tin. I'll just quickly show you the circuit inside here. So what I've done is I've placed the lid there so that you can get access to the circuit board, and inside there I've actually put a battery. I mean that can be tidied up a little bit, but there's a few things still left finished. I've got to put an on-off button on here. At the moment there is an on-off button, but there will be an on-off button, but for the time being I just wanted to get this working. So that's the finished article. All you've got really is an input DIN sock, an output DIN sock, and a volume control. So I mean basically that sets the voltage level, and this is what you'd call a line level amplifier. So what it'll actually do is it'll take a low level signal, it will amp it up to a good level. Say for example a typical something like one of these, for example, they only put out roughly about 0.4 of a volt. If you're going to use that for headphones, that's fine, which is what it's designed for. But if you wanted to put that through, say, a standard amplifier like one of these cheapo ones, then you're not going to get anything out of that. You wouldn't hardly hear it. Yeah, so that's a low. That's what you'd call a low voltage output on that. And the same with these pickups. I mean, these pickups probably put out, maximum. Even the best pickup will probably put out about half a volt, 500 millivolts, and that'd be it. So that needs to be brought up to a line level. So what we say a line level, that's the sort of level you would plug into an amplifier. So you've got to bring it up. So that's what this is. It's a sort of matching amplifier, if you like. It'll bring up a microphone or a guitar or any low level signal instrument or microphone. It'll bring it up to a nice line level. So that's what you need. So that's built. So all it's got is an input from the guitar. The input will go in there, and the output goes in this one. I'm going to have to mark these input and output, and then once you've got that going, you can just change the volume control. So I'll just plug that in and show you how that's working. So I mean, it's already switched on, the battery's already connected. So let's just put these inputs and outputs on. So the input is this one, so let's just get that round. So that's the input there, and the output is, make sure I've got that right, the output is here. So now when I switch that on, so let's take that back off, and there's no noise as such. It's this tin can here acts as a nice Faraday cage. That's working quite nice. So if I stick it up a bit too loud really, so let's stick that down a bit. So basically that's the amp. The amp's finished, so you can hear it's working quite well. So that's the amp finished. So I can't really do much now until I get the guitar strings back from China. I mean, I ordered some guitar strings. The reason I ordered them from China is they're supposed to be quite good quality. I don't know anything about guitars as such, so this is all a learning process for me. But I'm not a musician or anything, so but I just saw that these were voted up by everyone on eBay as good quality strings, and because they're from China, it means you can get good quality strings for very, very cheap. I can't remember how much they are, but so I've got 6 guitar strings coming from China, very, very cheap. But problem is, they take a month to come through, so I've been waiting and waiting for these. But anyway, it's okay, because while I've been waiting, I built this. So eventually, what I'm going to do is, if you go in here and have a quick look again, just open it up again, quick look. I'll take that battery out now. At the moment, of course, I haven't got an on-off switch, so I have to physically take that battery off and on. But I've also got a hole in what I've done for myself, because I like to actually run a lot of my stuff from rechargeables. So I've made a little hole in here so that I can just feed that through. So I can feed this through here, and then as you can see, that will go through there, and then I can connect that to an external, you know, some of these rechargeable batteries, which are a lot cheaper. I mean, while I'm using this, I don't want to be having to buy 9-volt batteries all the time. Although I know you can get 9-volt rechargeable, I haven't got any. So yeah, so I've got that option, and yeah, so really that's it. There's the circuit. What I'm going to do with this circuit here is get it etched out on a. I've got a laser print here, so I'm going to do some etching. I'll probably go through that process. I'm going to etch out a nice PCB board from that, from one of my PC board programs like KiCad or some of the others out there. I'm just going to use one of them anyway, and get a nice PCB board in there, and then that'll become one of the kits on my site. So then you'll be able to purchase this kit. I'll sell the sockets as well. Obviously you have to drill your own holes, so as you can see there's just there's three holes there, and although it's not finished yet, there's going to be a rocker switch here, which will be with an LED, so that'll be an on-off rocking switch where my finger is there. This amplifier will take an input signal. The first bit is this preamp. It'll amplify the signal 4 times, and then when it comes out it goes into another integrated circuit here, the LM380. It's basically a sophisticated op amp, and that will magnify the signal again 50 times. So you're going 4 times 50 times, so in total it's 200 times. Like I say, there's no noise, and this tin can works as a very nice Faraday cage, so I'm quite pleased with that, actually, to be honest. The reason I put the control on the bottom as opposed to the lid, it means that you can get into it easy to change the battery or replace the circuit board or anything really. Everything's completely, you can strip everything down. Once I've built the guitar, I'll be using this as my line level amplifier, and then all the effects units and everything can either go into that or come from the guitar into this or come out of that, because you know some effects boxes need a line level signal and some can work on a low level signal. So I haven't quite worked out what effects box I'm going to build yet, because as I say, I'm not a musician, so I don't know what the right way to do it is. Whether they get the thing up to a line level first and then use an effect on it, or whether they use the effect directly from the guitar. I haven't actually googled any of that yet, but that's going to be fun to find out. So that's the finished line level amplifier, and I'm quite pleased with that. It works really well, and it's yeah, it's quite a nice, simple and very effective. Does the job. So that's it. So if you've got any questions or anything you want to suggest, or any other ideas you might have, then please, by all means, please do leave comments, and I'll get back to you. Probably the next video will be when the guitar strings arrive. So I'm going to go down and get the wood. What I'm going to do this time is get all the pieces now that I need, so that I've got everything, instead of doing videos in between. I'm going to try and get all the parts together before I do the next video. I'm not going to build the whole thing in the next video, but at least I've got all the parts, and I can measure everything and work out all of the fret positions and everything. And not that there's any frets on it, just really required on a Diddley bow, but I've got quite into this actually, and now that I know that I can really build this Diddley bow, I'm thinking of maybe building a sort of cigar box guitar afterwards, just for fun. But I don't know, see how it goes. So then anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll speak to you on the next one.